The game of electric vehicles has completely changed, and Toyota is taking the lead. Toyota just announced a gorgeous new electric car that is priced at just $17,999, leaving EV enthusiasts buzzing and industry titans scrambling. Yes, you heard correctly. It's not a typo, not a trick. This is genuine, and it's going to rock the EV industry to its foundation. This game changer, which is sleek, intelligent, and surprisingly affordable, is going to redefine the laws of what an electric car can be, and, more significantly, who can finally buy one. This isn't simply a new car, thanks to its distinctive design, next-generation battery technology, and Toyota's unwavering dependability. This is a declaration. Is this the start of the end for expensive EVs? Will GM, Ford, and Tesla be held accountable at last? The figures speak for themselves, and you might be astounded by what's going on underneath. Features, range, technology, and the secret tactic behind this price tag are all being broken down for you. So stay tuned and watch till the end, because what Toyota's doing here isn't just bold. It could change the auto industry forever. Hold on tight. After this, no one else will be messing about like Toyota is. The silent samurai strikes. As the globe continued to refresh Elon Musk's X feed, Toyota proceeded with a zen-like composure before revealing a sub-$20,000 electric hatch that immediately garnered tens of thousands of Chinese pre-orders. The new BZ Series City EV, which starts at $15,000 to $20,000, approximately 109,800 yen, outperforms all of its Western competitors and demonstrates that you don't need fanfare to create a stir. While competitors rushed into pure EVs, Toyota spent 10 years refining hybrids like the Prius. Its engineers were able to scale battery supply lines, bank patents, and improve efficiency techniques thanks to that delayed burn, which they are now implementing directly into the BZ and upcoming Performance BEV ranges, which are scheduled for release in 2026. Toyota's all-solid-state battery initiative with energy giant Idemitsu is the true thunderbolt.
Idemitsu, mostly a Japanese petroleum company, has partnered with Toyota to bring extra long-range EVs to market beginning in 2027.
When Phase 1 cells were introduced in 2027 to 2028, they promised a real-world range of over 1,000 kilometers and a 10-minute, 10 to 80% recharge time, which would double today's travel in a single coffee stop. The goal is pushed to 1,200 kilometers by a second-generation pack that is currently on the test bench. The previous conveyor belt blueprint is destroyed by Takero Kato's new BEV factory. Self-propelled chassis cut capital expenditures by a third and line length by half by driving themselves between workstations. Exactly the kind of lean monozukuri Musk previously boasted about. 1.7 million Toyota EVs annually by 2030, with ramps in 2026. There is more to Tesla's panel gap memes than simply online folklore. According to J.D. Power's Tech Quality Assessment, the brand has 257 issues per 100 vehicles.
Let's move on to Tesla. Those shares are up about 1.5% today, but that's after the company got less than a stellar review, to say the least, from J.D. Power, which scored Tesla vehicles the worst among 32 major brands in its annual quality study.
While Toyota has the highest mass market dependability rating, 147 pp 100. Toyota has the flexibility to pursue aggressive pricing without compromising margins thanks to its sturdy fit and finish and minimal warranty claims. Although executives won't confirm exact numbers, analysts who looked at supplier RFQs claimed that Toyota is developing a global easy EV, with a bill of materials that matches a post-incentive sticker close to $17,999. A sum intended to highlight Tesla's long-promised 25K car. If the cost curve for the China-built BZ3X is accurate, the price is mathematical and not just a rumor. Being the best at hardware is only half the story. 2. Tesla continues to dominate the worldwide market in terms of volume, charging infrastructure, and brand cachet. But Toyota is launching attacks on all fronts with lower entry-level cars, superior quality, next-generation batteries, and a production system designed specifically for EVs. If the solid-state timeline is accurate, Japan will get the technological edge that previously characterized Tesla, ushering in the age of quiet disruptors, ETNGA, Toyota's secret structural weapon. The focus of the EV discussion has shifted from how fast can you go to how clean, safe, and scalable is your tech. While Tesla continues to exude Silicon Valley cool, Toyota quietly maintains its position as the largest car maker in the world for the 5th consecutive year, selling 10.8 million cars in 2024 alone, a production volume that Elon Musk can only dream of. The BZ5 breaks onto the market at a mere 129,800 yen, about $18,000, undercutting the Tesla Model Y by more than half. It was officially introduced in China on June 10th after rolling off the FAW Toyota line on May 16, 2025. This fastback crossover is transformed into rolling sci-fi with its hammerhead snout, C-shaped LEDs, coupe-like roof, and concealed door handles. It has almost the same footprint as the Model Y at 4,780 millimeters in length, but it is 11 centimeters shorter for a more streamlined aerodynamic design. The battery pack is integrated into the frame, lowering the center of gravity and stiffening the chassis. It is built on Toyota's specialized ETNGA platform. The outcome? More passenger room and less body roll in corners without the weight penalty that many first-generation EVs have. Toyota and BYD collaborated to create the ultra-safe LFP blade battery rather than reimagining the cell. On a 90-kilowatt DC fast charger, 2 packs, 65.3 kilowatt-hours and 74.0 kilowatt-hours, can deliver 550 kilometers or 630 kilometers CLTC range and suck electrons from 30 to 80% in just 27 minutes. Features that Tesla popularized but rarely sells for less than $40,000 include a floating 15.6-inch touchscreen, full digital cluster, gesture controls, OTA updates, and smartphone ASCII. The BZ5's Toyota Pilot package, which includes autonomous lane changes, no A parking, a LiDAR-backed sensor array, and urban and highway navigation assistance, is made possible by Momenta 5.0 software. That is the mass-market pricing of a premium autonomy kit. The cabin is equipped with 9 airbags, 256 color ambient lighting, lane keep, AEB, and driver monitoring to keep passengers safe and comfortable. The family market that Tesla hasn't quite won over is targeted with a panoramic roof and nap mode front seats. Yes, they fold flat. Toyota wins handily in terms of price and brand trust, but loses slightly in terms of overall power. Toyota is making a tidal wave move rather than testing the waters. The business can scale the BZ5, or its derivatives, more quickly than Tesla can construct new gigafactories since it has factories on every continent, dealers in more than 170 countries, and a reputation for unwavering dependability. Toyota essentially created the just-in-time production playbook. The software story and a global network of superchargers are still under Tesla's hands. However, the EV battlefield will change from premium tech toy to mainstream family car if Toyota can mass-produce a sub-$20,000 EV with a 600-kilometer range. It is at this point that volumes and, eventually, victories are gained. Elon, it's your turn. Solid-state shockwave on the horizon. Toyota was gaining the trust of millions of owners of Prius, Camry Hybrid, and RAV4 hybrid vehicles long before the term lithium-ion became widely used. The corporation sold 3.6 million hybrid cars in fiscal year 2024 alone. It provides Toyota with decades of battery chemistry data, power control expertise, and a fiercely devoted customer base, all of which it can now directly route into fully BEVs. That volume is more than just bragging rights. With 10.3 million cars delivered globally, Toyota has more sales than both Tesla and BYD combined, according to the 2024 scoreboard. while BYD's deliveries jumped to 4.27 million new energy vehicles, albeit only 1.76 million of those were complete battery electrics. Tesla's deliveries fell to 1.79 million pure EVs, marking its first yearly decline. In the auto industry, scale is still important, and Toyota has a huge lead. According to Toyota and materials firm Idemitsu, their first solid-state battery packs will be ready for production by 2027 to 2028. They promise a range of over 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, and a 10-minute 10 to 80% fast charge time. The chemistry reduces weight and increases energy density by substituting a glass-like solid for flammable liquid electrolytes. The lab is now working on a second-generation version that aims for 1,200 kilometers. The 400 to 500 kilometer, 30-minute fast charges that currently set the standard for Tesla supercharging will be surpassed by Toyota's next-generation BEVs if those specifications stay true. As of March 2024, Toyota has the densest dealer network in the industry, with more than 50 car and component plants spread over 26 non-Japanese nations. This implies that production lines, suppliers of parts, and showrooms are ready to go from Kentucky to Karachi as soon as a new BEV exits the prototype stage. For every additional gigafactory, Tesla, on the other hand, needs to obtain permits and construct concrete. Its highly publicized plant in Mexico is still on hold due to regulatory risk. Toyota shocked China in March 2025 by launching orders for the BZ3X electric crossover at about 15 to 20,000 USD. After 10,000 orders flooded in an hour, the systems failed, demonstrating that the most popular specification now is price rather than 0 to 60 sprints. In 2025 to 2026, a global market sibling, sometimes referred to as the BZ5, is planned, aiming for sub-20,000 USD in volume-friendly markets where Tesla's most affordable Model 3 still starts at about $30,000. Toyota currently sells automobiles in more than 170 countries. Its dealer groups are familiar with local tax laws, service center regulations, and consumer preferences. While competitors must negotiate battery import duties, train technicians, and construct parts warehouses from scratch, it can dump new EVs into showrooms overnight because to its pre-made infrastructure. The difficulty of that growth is demonstrated by BYD's still ramping international operations and Tesla's halted Mexico factory. Toyota chose a multi-pronged approach, utilizing hydrogen for large trucks, PHEVs for suburban commuters, hybrids where charging lines are unstable, and BEVs where consumers want them, while the industry rushed headlong into BEVs. In 2024, that hedging appeared brilliant, with hybrids maintaining healthy margins as BEV prices plummeted in China and Europe. In 2021, it appeared conservative. Toyota's BEV blitz is now being funded by the cash flow. The BZ4X, BZ5, and a slew of SUVs, minivans, and sedans, all designed for the solid-state packs that will arrive later in the decade, will be supported by Toyota's specialized eTNGA platform by early 2025. If production rises smoothly and the batteries arrive, Toyota's well-tuned supply chain may transition to high-volume BEVs before Tesla can build new gigafactories. Toyota has put on new shoes, and the EV sprint that Tesla used to run alone is going to turn into a marathon. Not just EVs. Toyota's strategy is right tech, right time. Toyota retreated from the electric vehicle EV competition while other automakers dove right in, not because it hesitated, but rather because it had long-term goals in mind. Toyota took a more calculated strategy by using the appropriate technology at the appropriate moment rather than jumping on a fad. For Toyota, hybrid technology is currently the right option. Why? Because in many places, hybrids are a better option than pure EVs for meeting today's global needs. They provide lower pollutants, better fuel economy, and, above all, an end to range anxiety. This is not a new situation for Toyota. When gas-guzzling vehicles were the norm on the road in 1997, Toyota discreetly introduced the Toyota Prius, the first mass-produced hybrid vehicle. Toyota unveiled a revolutionary system that combined an electric motor and a gasoline engine at a period when the term hybrid was hardly recognized.
Developed entirely in-house, its hybrid powertrain targeted double the fuel efficiency of a conventional engine and a marked reduction in CO2 emissions. The result, launched in Japan 12 years ago, was the world's first mass-produced hybrid car, the Toyota Prius.
The outcome? A car that lowered pollutants, saved fuel, and established the standard for the upcoming generation of environmentally responsible transportation. Let's fast forward to today. Toyota maintains that hybrids are still the most sensible option for millions of drivers, despite EVs making headlines. Infrastructure for charging is far from universal. Places like rural India, Africa, and South America are just not prepared for fully electric vehicles, except tech-savvy cities in the US, Europe, and China. Toyota is aware that people still worry about becoming stranded without a charger. A lovely compromise is a hybrid vehicle. It offers you the best of both worlds by using a self-charging electric motor and a conventional petrol tank. Locating a charging station is not a concern for you. It gets lower emissions and greater economy when you fill it up like you would with a regular automobile. In areas where complete EV adoption is still years away, hybrid vehicles like the Camry Hybrid, Corolla Hybrid, and Innova Hi-Cross continue to dominate sales. Toyota creates trust in addition to automobiles. Because of this, its hybrid systems are known for their long-term endurance and steadfast dependability. The hybrid batteries, they frequently survive 7 to 10 years with little decline in performance. Upkeep? Less than the majority of EVs or combustion engines. And when will it be time to sell again? Toyota's hybrid vehicles are valuable since they have demonstrated their worth. That kind of dependability is crucial during uncertain times. Right now, Toyota's hybrids are a practical way to reduce pollution, not merely a stopgap measure. Compared to conventional gasoline engines, these vehicles can save fuel consumption and CO2 emissions by up to 40% by combining gasoline power with battery support. Toyota's hybrids have an instantaneous, scalable impact in a society that is rushing to lessen its carbon footprint. Electric vehicles are not being ignored by Toyota. On the contrary, it is getting ready for the next significant advancement: solid-state batteries. Compared to current lithium-ion batteries, these next-generation power cells should charge more quickly, last longer, and have a significantly greater range. Toyota is making R&D investments in the billions. The strategy: only when this innovative technology is available, reasonably priced, and genuinely worldwide should a comprehensive EV lineup be introduced. Hybrids will continue to be Toyota's strongest suit until then. Large amounts of lithium, cobalt, and nickel, resources that are costly and scarce, are needed for EVs. However, Toyota's hybrid cars employ smaller batteries, which reduces production costs and the burden on raw materials. Because of this, Toyota can expand its production worldwide without using up resources or causing new environmental problems. It is inclusive, sustainable, and intelligent. Toyota isn't lagging. The goal is to create a link between the past and the future. Toyota is building a solid foundation to meet the requirements of millions of people who aren't prepared to make the switch, while others are racing ahead with unfinished EV technology. This hybrid-first strategy is wise, not hesitant. And when the EV market eventually reaches maturity, it might just enable Toyota to outperform rivals. Instead of volume, Toyota's strength is its vision. It is here to win the long term, not to win a news cycle. While the infrastructure for EVs is up, hybrids are operating today. And when Toyota's aspirations for solid-state batteries come true, if they pass BYD and Tesla in the rearview mirror, don't be shocked. Hit the subscribe button and enable notifications if you thought this breakdown was informative and want to be informed about the upcoming developments in automotive technology, mobility, and breakthroughs. That way, you won't miss anything. Right now, would you rather drive a hybrid than a fully electric vehicle? Tell us in the comments section below.